Hi guys, got a laptop here for you today. Toshiba. I've got a clue what model is. Let's have a look. Toshiba P50, and it needs a new keyboard, of which I have got here. Now I don't know how it fits in, whether it's screwed in or whether it's riveted in. You can see the holes there. So let's have a quick look. What's what? So first of all, we need to remove all the screws. So let's crack on with that. I could use this mechanical one, or I could use my electrical one. I think I'll get that one out. Right, so I've got my mains powered screwdriver, the battery powered ones. It's not powerful enough because these screws are quite tough. So this screwdriver, I've had it for years, and you can see how quickly I can get the screws out. It's got various different speed settings. At the moment it's on the lowest. What you do have to be careful of is when you put them, when you use this to put screws back in, just you got to do it very slowly, because a couple of squirts of it and it'll. So basically, yes, this is what I'm doing, but for yourselves at home, you probably won't have, most likely won't have one of these. So the best thing to do is just use a normal screwdriver set, which you can buy from anywhere really. So the battery comes out with these two screws there. Let's get rid of the battery. So I'm going to put some of these bits. I use some of these trays that I use. So everything goes in there. Put that to one side. The screws are the same size, luckily. So that's all good. So let's remove the panel. There's one screw just there. Need to get that one. Okay, my tools are magnetic. Pull the CD drive, which or the cover for the CD drive. The CD drive is non-existent, as you can see. Put that in the tray. Pull this screwdriver out, take them off. Yes, it will. So yeah, this should just. I don't know whether the board is attached to the base or the board attached to the top half. Looks like it's around. You need some sort of tool. You can get a debit card or credit card or something like this. All you need to just pop it off again. Right, so this is the bit of a monster job now, isn't it? Because we have to remove literally everything to get to that keyboard. Okay, I wasn't expecting this, not for a Friday afternoon, but anyway, it is what it is. So let's literally get on with it. So this is going to be a pretty boring video. That is for the top half, so put that to one side. The rest of it, we've got guides of where the the screws go, so you won't lose those. Okay. So first of all, what I'm going to do is get my little tool here, spudger tool, just to remove the flexes that we don't need to keep connected. So let's be careful, don't want to break any of these. If you've got any adhesive, warm it up if you can, if you want to. If not, you can just leave it. Okay, again, remove these, all these connectors. There's a flex there, put that tape there. This is the keyboard. So I think this keyboard does screw in. Yeah, okay, this keyboard does screw in, so we should be okay to remove everything. That's too thick, this one. Good enough. Right, so I'm going to go manual because we need a bit of weight on top, so to push down. Got a bit of weight, which is not provided by the other screwdrivers. Manual's okay sometimes, it's good. I'll go back to old school. Just taking some of the screws off. There's no kind of right way of doing this, as in like step by step. plug out everything that's in view. So here's the hard drive. I don't know if there's any screws there to hold it in. Now we got hard drive's got, it's clamped in. Or is it? Let's have a look if we can prise it out. No, it's not. So we can just prise it out. Careful. You can get into the sides. Slowly prise it out, and we can lift it out there. Hard drive to one side. Anything else that needs taking off? So we've got this, the connector here, which is probably for the camera on the board. Give it a helping hand, just pull it and then it will just come out. This one has got a little groove. This is for the charging connector, charging port. You can just pull that out slowly. So you just put that to one side. All this is going to have to come off because there is a cover for this on there. I've never seen one of them before. Like this. This is a bit of a new type of plastic thing. I don't know what that is. I've never had that before. So I think this pops off. I'm not sure. These have come off anyway, the cables. I don't know why they've got that on there. It's not got a light or anything on it. It's not like distributed light anywhere, so you don't. What's the point of having that? Remove the Wi-Fi card. Again, that's the same size screw. Just be aware of those things. I'm working as fast as I can today because I've got some other stuff to do, which I want to get on with. I may just leave. Okay, that's for the power. It says PW. Power. Okay. LCD flex needs to be removed. Got another connector here. No idea what this is, but we'll just pull it out. Let's come out. Goes underneath the fan. That's for the speaker, right? Okay. That's sorted. There's another screw underneath the LCD connector. That's the fan connector, just there. That should just pop out quite easily. Take your time, you know. I'd recommend watch the whole video so it just avoids making mistakes, because I do make mistakes. We all make mistakes. So it's not going to be like one of these polished kind of videos. So we need to remove the heatsink. To get the, do we need to remove the heatsink? Let's have a look. We might not need to. Okay, there's another screw which I didn't see just there. Won't need to remove the heatsink. We'll leave it as it is. So there you go. The board has been removed now, and the fan looks a bit caked. So we'll just give that a quick. It's not too bad. I'll look down the fins. Doesn't look like it needs. Just blow it out quickly. Get rid of some of the dust. Now, so this keyboard has got screws, so we're okay. I don't mind screws, it's the rivets that I don't like. I don't like rivets on the Macbooks, they're a nightmare. I just don't bother doing them. I'd rather just replace the whole thing, really. Now, I don't know if we need to remove this part here. The hinge needs to come off. Yeah, it does. So, ideally, we need to remove the actual palm rest from here because we've got to get this plate off. So there's the power switch, the hinges. Again, keep those screws in a template if you can. If you look at some of my other videos, I make templates beforehand, so that way you know where the screws go, but I kind of can remember where they go. I'm just going to lift this up slightly, if I can. Let's have a look. Get hold of the hinge from underneath and give it a support, because it won't. You break the cover, and that should. This guy is obviously a smoker because I can smell it. And just remember where all this goes. Okay. The screen to one side. Right, so we've got to get all the screws out. That's going to be fun, isn't it? Hopefully this my electrical one will do the job. It's quicker. Take all the screws out. I mean, I don't know why they've done this, to be fair. Again, I'm going to use another tray just for this panel. Right, okay, so we'll do that. Any questions? As you can see, the keyboard is now out. That is bloody disgusting, isn't it? God. Let's see if we can pull this out without moving that speaker. And this wire's in the way, it's kick wires. Being lazy, aren't I, really? Just taking the two speakers out. Right. Okay, so that's that. Oh, look at the state of that. I think I should charge them and more money just to clean the bloody thing up. It's horrible. That is disgusting, isn't it? God, look at the state of it. There's a hand sanitizer when you need it. Right, so I'm going to give this a quick clean up and then we'll. Right, so I've cleaned it all up. I mean, it was pretty bad, but it looks okay now. So we can pop in the new keyboard, if I can find it. Where did I put it? Right, it's right in front of me. There's the case. Now hopefully this should be the correct one. It looks good so far. Absolutely perfect. Right, so let's go see how much that was over here somewhere. Make sure I don't lose that. So now again, it's the reverse of what we have just done. So we have to make sure that the flex for the keyboard comes through properly. Just want to check on the old keyboard. Check this actually. Yeah, that's about okay. Come through. First of all, what we need to do is make sure that we can get it underneath. I'm going to just take the speakers off for now because let's do a proper job, shall we? I'm just in a rush today, that's why I'm kind of flying through it. But don't worry, it'll be a proper job. Okay, so let's match this up. There's that bit not going in. There's a flex there, which you've noticed. And so, you haven't got the flex in. Well, I have now. Okay, now I do want to just pull this through. Keyboard flex, that needs to come through properly, like so. So I think that one, was it taped up this way? I think it was. Anyway, we'll see, we'll get to that later on. This was over there. Speakers can go back into the position now, like so. Right, so let's put back in all the other screws. It's going to take quite a while, so this bit will be speeded up. Right, let's put the board in. Now, have I put in screws where they shouldn't have been in? Like there, there's one missing there. So I've put a screw in somewhere where we shouldn't have put a screw in. So these are the things that you come up against when you're doing your repairs. So that flex needs to be bent right back, otherwise it won't get in. So I'm just going to have a quick look of where I may have put a screw and I shouldn't have put a screw in. That's where we've probably got the extra screws in that we... No, we haven't. So we've got... I think, yeah, there's one screw that is missing there. Now, no, that's not the one, that's from something else. But if all the screws I've put into this container are there, then where is it? So I think I've put a screw in to a position where there shouldn't have been a screw. So let's see. Let's put in the power board in. Like so. And for the speaker flexes, goes in there. Okay, so that's fitted in quite nicely. Let's put that over. flex in now, just to secure it into position so we don't have to keep worrying about it. Take this flex, put that in as well. So we can just screw in this side of the board. Now you've got guides, they've got arrows on them where a screw needs to go, so really you can't mess this part up. If you do, it's your fault, not mine. I've warned you. Where does this go? Is it on this side? I think it was. So, just put that there. One screw, as far as I'm aware. Remember, there you go. And we need to put in now this weird thing. Well, not this weird thing, but the way it's been kind of put together with that plastic thing. I have no idea what that's for. Some sort of protection thing, I assume. So we can now get the screen and just put the panel above the screen. See if we can get it in there. Like so, yes we can. And then we can just fold it round. Make sure the holes match up. You can do both together. There you go. Again, these have got guides on where to put the screws in. So there's two on the inside. One on the outside, which is for the chassis, the back cover, sorry. Yeah, I use a manual, I use the electric one, I use my little electric one, battery powered one. I just, whatever's that grabs my attention, I use it. Bounce around between the tools. Put the fan in, and the connector for the speakers. Wonderful. Two screws, one for the fan. Two for the fan, sorry. So that's that side. And then you got the other side. Put the flex in for the LCD. Kind of goes all the way around. Let me just take the fan off for a second. I think this may go. Inside, yeah, it does. Well, that's a bit strange. Okay, so I've trapped this. Okay, so we had a bit of cable that was kind of tangled, not tangled, but kind of trapped. Wasn't that badly trapped anyway. Okay, so that's for the LCD connector. That's done. Put these two screws back. Okay, one goes just there. Right. And the flex. One says MB motherboard. Can't get that wrong. And the other side as well. So we've got the power button flex. It says PW on one side, which goes into the power button board itself. Okay, and then we've got go. This is for the PC socket, the laptop charging unit socket, if that's what you want to call it. And this one is for probably the camera, the screen, and we have forgot to completely put in the Wi-Fi coax cables. So we just put those in. Okay, can I use my fingers just to pop them in? Yep, that one's done okay. So is that one. And they'll go underneath just there. There's one major part left, which is the hard drive. And let's put that in. This goes over there, just over the flex. Now, will the hard drive just slot into position? Turn way around, that will help. Okay, let's put that into position now. Slowly push it forward. Be careful, don't bend the board. Okay, that's perfecto, I think. Right, let's get the back cover now. Put that on. There's a few screws that do need to be put back in. I think they were over here. Okay. So these 3 screws here were part of the CD drive cover. So what I'm going to do now, because I forgot to put those back, let's see, we've got 3 screws in here, which should have been around here somewhere. So now I've got to do is take everything out, put those screws back in, and then put it all back together again. So I'm going to end the video now. So again, like I said to you earlier, mistakes do happen. Now, I forgot that these 3 screws should not be in. They should be on this side somewhere. So yeah, anyway, I'll end the video now. You know what to do, the rest of it. You put the cover on, I'll just show you what to do. Put the cover on, and then you just put in the other screws, and that will be job done. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great weekend. Bye bye.